For the introduction, the dataset is about the crime rate in the small city of America. The independent and dependent variable should have a normal distribution of calculation, such as simple linear regression and multiple linear regression. Next is scatter plot. According to our analysis, x1, x2, and x4 has a positive linear relationship with y, while x3 and x5 has a negative linear relationship with y, whereas x6 has a little linear relationship with y.
My name is Muhammad Danish bin Muhammad Tarmizi. So today I will be explaining about the correlation coefficient. So for the highest number of the correlation coefficient by the variable y and x is x1, r equal to 0.757 has a strong positive linear relationship between the violent crime rate, and the total reported crime rates are r squared equal to 0.572, which is 57.2%. Variation s1 is explained by y. So the second part is we will explain about the general form of simple linear regression equation. So the prediction total overall of this table are showing a reported crime rate resident after, and if obtained reported violent crime per 465 residents before. So the last part is testing the regression slope P1. From this table, the data of x1, x2, x4 are rejected because p-value are less than 0.05. There is a significant relationship by variable y and x.
Now we see the coefficient of discrimination. For x1, 57.2 of the variation in the dependent variable y is accounted for by the variation in the independent variable x. x1 is also has the strong positive linear relationship. Now we move on to the overfitting data. The data show that it has overfitting as the r square of the data is larger than 0.5, which can be seen in the data table. R square of the data is 0.613.
My name is Ingenian. Now I will explain about multicollinearity. As we can see that none of the VIF values for the predictor variables are greater than 5. If the VIF values is more than 5, the regression analysis can say be highly corrected. But this situation is not happen. So we can indicate that multicollinearities will not be a problem in the regression model. Now I will explain about modern comparison. SLR is more easier to interpret and implement compared with MLR. The data which obtained in MLR is ability to show that the relative influence of more variables is good.
The best fitted model. The best fitted model refers to a line through a scatter plot of data points that best expresses the relationship between those points. Based on the model comparison in 3.8, the best fitted model is multiple linear regression MLR. Point prediction based on the best model. The R2 value, also known as the coefficient of determinations, tell us how much the predicted data denoted by y. It is clear that despite SLR model, the MLR model is the best fitted model. Adding predictors to a model will cause R2 to increase even if the model's performance doesn't improve. Next, 3.11 hypothesis testing. When formulating the null and alternative hypothesis, the nature or purpose of the test must also be taken into account. Compare a p-value generated by SPSS with the given value of A. These fail to reject H0. Hence, the reported crime not related to the age of the pupil.
In conclusion, to reduce or overcome this problem is by creating well-targeted programs. Now we move on to the advantage and disadvantage of MLR. The advantage is ability to determine the relative influence of one or more predictor variable. The disadvantage is incomplete data or falsely concluding that a correlation is a causation. So that's all for me.